I know it's a day that I've been waiting for. I'm going to unbox this Makita big bore, get it topped off with oil, and get this thing broken in. Then we'll do a simple test on the decibel level, up close, and then maybe in another room, and then how long it takes to fill this tank from empty. So y'all stay tuned. All right, this is a model MAC5200 Makita compressor. We're going to add this compressor oil. All right, we filled that thing up to the red dot, and we're getting ready to plug this thing in and fire it off, and we'll check and see how loud this thing is. Hey, one other thing to note, make sure that you open up the drain valve on the bottom of the tank before you fire this thing off. This thing is supposed to run under no load for a 20-minute break-in to seat the rings. So before you fire this thing up, make sure that you got plenty of oil in it, and this valve right here is open in the down position. And actually, I'll leave it up until I get it moved so I don't catch it on something. There you have it. We're going to give it 20-minute break-in. It's fairly loud. It's really no louder than any other oil lubricated compressor with a cast iron cylinder. All right, there you have it. A Makita MAC5200 3 horsepower big bore compressor. Pretty solid little unit. Sturdy, well built. A little on the heavy side, but it does have wheels and a handle for, I think they said it'll hold a 50-foot hose. And on this model, they did a much better job at protecting all the vitals. And it's relatively quiet as compared to other models that this would be competing against. And I've had good luck with Makita in the past. The only bad thing that I would have to add to this, though, and that would be, I didn't unbox this thing right away, and I had just passed my window, and I don't believe that this thing was actually new. $3.89 from Amazon, free shipping, and I believe it was fulfilled by the Makita store. Little disappointed because, again, I don't think that this was new. I think that this might have been a factory refurbished, or something along those lines. The box had a lot of oil in it when I opened it up. And the plastic bag that I've seen all the other reviews that I watched before I purchased this one all came wrapped up in plastic. The plastic was missing, and the box looked like it had been restapled. And then this had a few scuffs on it, and the little cord holder at the bottom where you wrap up your electric cords kind of kinked, like it might have gotten bumped or something. And it seems to fill a little bit slower than some of the other reviews. And my cut in and cut out pressures are kind of squirrely. They're close. And then mine seems to bleed down just a little bit. Nothing significant, but just enough that I could see maybe someone sent this thing back. It went back to their little refurbishment center, and they checked it out and said, hey, this is within spec. They stick it back in a box and drains most of the oil out pretty quick. And then they stick 2 new packages in there. The sealed package with your warranty and your owner's manual. And then the other one that has the little oil cap and a bottle of the compressor oil. And they were both new and sealed. So I'm thinking this thing went back, got refurbished, or at least got looked at. And when they realized that it's pretty much within factory specs, they just shoved it back in another box, drained the oil out of it, threw 2 new packages in there, and put some bands around it and shipped it out again. Which is fine if I would have bought one with under the impression that I was buying a refurbished unit. But this was supposed to be a brand new unit, and I even went back and checked my orders to make sure that I just hadn't made a mistake. But so if I was y'all, anytime, anywhere you buy anything, and it's happened to me lately with Amazon on some other items, smaller items, so I would be a little bit more leery about checking your stuff diligently when it first arrives and addressing any problems then. I know life sometimes gets away from us, and then we, believe it or not, you buy something brand new, and then by the time it shows up, you're off doing something else, and then you don't get around to it for a bit. And that's what happened in this situation. So I guess I should just be grateful that it does seem to work, and if something does happen that's catastrophic, that there's a warranty with it. But for the unit itself, I would recommend this compressor, and I hope this video helps somebody else out. Y'all have a good one, and y'all stay tuned.